What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Khiry, and welcome to Khiry TV. I'm back, y'all. I know I've been gone a while. Life been lifing for a couple weeks, but I'm back with a movie review for the movie F1, the movie. It stars Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, and Javier Bardem. In this motorsport movie, a Formula One driver comes out of retirement to mentor and team up with a younger driver. Y'all know I did a trailer reaction to this movie a while back, and I said I was gonna go to the movies and watch this. And I went to go see it in the IMAX, which it helped. I would say the IMAX did help the experience. I know nothing about race car driving. I think the only movie I've seen dealing with race car driver outside of the Fast and the Furious franchise, I forgot that movie. I'm gonna post it somewhere right here, but I forgot that movie. I enjoyed that movie, so I assume I will enjoy this movie. And lo and behold, I actually had fun with this movie, y'all. This was a very exhilarating movie. It put me directly in the world of, I guess, race car, I don't know, this NASCAR driving, Formula One driving. Before I start going on the whole tangent, just running my mouth, let's go ahead and just start getting to the good, the bad, and the meh. Good, we're gonna start off with Damson Idris. He did an amazing job. His acting skill was on par as I expected. One of the main reasons why I went to go see this movie was because of him. I was intrigued with his story from the first time you actually seen him on screen and I like how they wrapped up his story towards the end. I had a different expectation how they was gonna end this movie, but they went another way, which I was okay with. I think that was the smartest route. But from beginning to end, I really enjoyed him on the screen. I also put on there his luxury car. That kind of stood out to me because it was black and gold, because their team is black and gold, it's their colors. I just put that on there because I'm not a car person, but that car stood out to me just on a luxury, fancy, high level type car. And I was like, hey, that's a nice looking car. Let me actually just write that down. And I like his rivalry between him and Brad Pitt. They started off like not liking each other, then became rivals, and then they became teammates at the end. You know, the normal formula. You get it? The normal formula, movie formula, Formula One. Brad Pitt, he was good, smooth as fuck throughout the whole movie. Smart ass mouth. I like people like that. You know, you could pretty much tell what Brad character is gonna be like just from the trailers, and what Damson Idris character is gonna be like just throughout from the trailer. So what you see from that trailer is what you're gonna get on throughout the movie times 10. And regardless of how you feel about that, I love their dynamic. They banter back and forth. His banter back and forth with Javier's character was great, which leads me to Javier. He did good. He always do good in movies. I can't see him past the character that he played in No Country for Old Men. I still see that character in him, and I still see that character when he played those two brothers' dad in that movie, Monsters. I think that was the show called. Every time I see him, I'm picturing him to go psycho like that. But in this movie, he's the good guy in this movie. I think he's Brad Pitt lawyer or agent or something like that. I don't know, because not to skip too far ahead, in the mid part, I put that I missed like the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, and I came in on them meeting up and recruiting him to come race. I missed everything before that, so I don't know if anything was important in those parts or not, but oh well. They had some nice little one-liners. I just put that because I can't remember a one-liner off the top of my head, but I just know they had some nice little one-liners. The driving POV, I really enjoyed that, especially when they like turning their necks and all that stuff and looking at the rearview mirror. It puts you behind the wheel pretty good, especially in IMAX. Go see in the IMAX. And I like the behind the scene of that, you know, Formula One world. Just being like seeing the promotion of the race car drivers, the sponsorships, how they work, the business side, basically the business side of the Formula One world. The technology behind making these cars and making sure these cars perform well. If everything that I saw in this movie is like really happening in real life, I would be amazed. I would actually go to one just to be behind the scenes of everything. I don't want to sit in the stands and watch them race. I don't want to see that shit, but that's just too long for my brain. But just being at the crew pit or the cockpit, whatever they call, I would like to be there just to see how everything, you know, works out and the technology. The music throughout this whole movie, towards the end, I realized they didn't play not one bad song. Even though some of the songs I wouldn't necessarily go back to, but I could see other people really enjoying certain songs in this movie. There's only like one song that I'm pretty sure everybody knows, but the rest of the songs probably like new songs just strictly for this movie. I enjoyed the passage of time because they got to go through like 10 races, but you only really get to see like 4 major ones. And I like how they did it, and I like how they like sped through some of the races and showing you how they progressed throughout those races. Even during those races, you're not gonna watch the whole 50 plus laps. They're gonna show you like the first 2, then maybe a middle one, and then later on the last couple laps. I just like how they did the passage of time. And I put respect to the winners because even though the character that we was watching wasn't winning at the beginning, they still showed the 3 winners of that particular race and them celebrating all that stuff. Almost every time they race, they'll show those 3 winners. I guess they get the champagne bottle and spray each other. I guess that's just a thing that they do every time they win the top 3. To the other racers, they give them some type of respect. It's not just about Brad and Damsel. They kind of sprinkle in those other racers too. Not like speaking parts or anything like that, but you know, just acknowledging them that they are around and they also are a competition. And the commentator throughout the whole, I hope I said that right, but the commentator throughout the whole race, him just talking and explaining to you what's happening. I didn't know there's defense and offensive racing or driving. I didn't know that exists until the commentator kept saying stuff about it. It helped me understand what was going on. And he was funny with it. He had his little jokes here and there about one person being too old or this person being too reckless. You know how commentators are. If I could just find anything bad with this movie, the only bad thing that I came up with was the background CGI on some scene. You could tell they really wasn't at a racetrack, or the fireworks in the background really wasn't there. They had like a green screen in the background. I noticed that because I noticed stuff like that, but that's just a little small, little nitpicking thing just to find something bad with the movie. And I tuned out during the evil investor, I guess, playing with Brad Pitt. I don't know what was the plan that they had that Brad Pitt was supposed to do. I don't remember that conversation. I think my brain was trying to shut down because this is a 2.5 hour movie. And even though this is a 2.5 hour movie, I didn't feel bored up until that part. And that part happened towards the last 30 minutes of the movie. But other than that, I really enjoyed the 2.5 hours. Even though there was a lot of racing in this movie, I think it was about 6 races in this movie that they showed, maybe 5 to 6. I could have did at least 3 more, and that's just my personal taste. I would enjoy seeing 3 more, but those 5 to 6 that I saw were great. So great that I wanted to see a lot more racing. We're gonna skip over the me coming in 5-10 minutes late. It was pouring down, raining, power went out on certain streets. Hey, I can't help it. And I put nice ass hotel because there is a set scene in this movie. No.
Okay.
No. They was in a nice ass hotel that just stood out to me, and I was like, I want a hotel like that one day. One day when I make it big, I want a hotel like that. And that's all I want to say about the hotel. But to give this movie a grade, I'm gonna give this movie a minor. I was was gonna give it an A+, which I might stick with. I'm gonna give it an A+, because the bad was so petty. I'm gonna give this movie an A+. I am not gonna give it an A-. For me personally, I could see some people being bored with this movie. I could see some people being uninterested in this movie. But me and the few people that was in my audience or at my theater, we enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna go see this again, but I don't think I'm gonna go to the movies and watch this again because there's a chance I might fall asleep for real. I might watch it at home since I got Apple TV now. Are you gonna watch this at home or are you gonna go to the movie theater? Even though I'm telling you to go to the movie theater and watch an IMAX. But like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. More videos will be coming soon. I promise y'all. For the few people who do watch me, I am gonna try to get better for recording videos. It was a chore just to get started on recording this video, but I got through it. Sorry for the low energy. Like I said, we will get better. We will get back on track. And this is just the beginning of getting back on track. And once we get on track, we're gonna be up and running.